Child, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? What's going on? All right, let's stop this thing now. Hey guys, hey, child. I need y'all to get in here. What's going on? What's going on? Hey Volvo, how you doing? I see you. You always the first person here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hopefully we get some more people in this live because we got a lot to get into. Yeah. It's been a minute since I've been on here, and you know, this week was crazy. We have some topics that I would love to get into because I ain't got nothing else better to do, child. I had I would say, an uneventful day, honey. I'm over here trying to find a car. I got like an offer, but hopefully everything goes into fruition. But that's what I was working on today. I didn't even know if I was gonna go live, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me go live because I don't know. I just feel like certain things can't just be a pre-record. I need y'all reaction. I need y'all live reaction. Okay. Hey, new to the channel. Hey, how you doing, Cocoa Butter Barbie? Hey, what's going on? We got a lot to get into, so you want to stick around. Now, let me press record so I do not forget. You know me, I like to get right into it. So to summarize what we're going to be talking about for this live, we're going to get into the whole Kanye West situation. You know I have a lot to say. I said I was going to talk about this on my TikTok, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more in depth. Then we'll talk about the rap girlies. The rap girlies over here, Cardi B fighting with everybody, child. Twitter going crazy because the female rappers is getting into it. But not only the female rappers, child, the male rappers as well. They getting into it too. I'm hearing about Quavo saying that one of his boys, child, had with Sweetie, or with allegedly. We'll get into it. And then we'll also we'll close in by talking about Beyonce and how this music group is continuing. You know, everybody want to drag Beyonce. Child, this music group wants to drag Beyonce, and we'll also got more topics all in between. But anyway, let's get started with this whole Kanye West situation because I have a lot to say. I have what I want to say, like just to give you guys the scoop of what's going on, and then I got some bullet points that I just want to highlight over because I had enough of this motherfucker. I had enough. Feel free to leave a comment, you know, throughout this topic because I know this is a very thought-provoking topic. He's a very thought-provoking person. Okay, let's be clear. So for those who don't know, Kanye West yet again pissed off the black community. This time in a recent fashion show, in his clothing line, him, Candace Owens, and just a couple of his other models sported a apparel that said the phrase "White Lives Matter." Okay, now I gotta say this before we even get into it. Black people, we play this same cat and mouse game every time when it comes to Kanye West in this conversation. Him being into politics, or whether he's trying to shift the narrative or subvert some type of, I don't even know what the hell he's trying to do with that. But you know, we play into it every time, and we give him all the attention. And maybe I'm wrong for talking about it, you know, spreading more attention on it or whatever. But like, you know, I cannot stress this enough. Kanye West does not care about black people. And I said this on my TikTok page. Like I literally said, I said, to use his words, because when he said that about George Bush, bitch, Kanye West does not care about black people. And I'm happy that people, and not just regular, because we knew, you know, the general public, people in the media, we knew. But his friends, his boys, his rapper, like the people that he like, Diddy, I think him and Diddy got into it. Like there was some other people that had got into it that was once in communities with him, and you know, they're starting to hold him accountable, which I think is very valid. And I'm like glad that we're finally seeing that there's an issue, and we're not using this whole cop out of, oh, he's just you know, he's going through mental woes and at some point the mental he ain't that damn mental. Okay, let's be very clear. And I don't want to invalidate mental health because that is a real thing. But in instances like this, like, no, like it's a fine line when it comes to Kanye West. I'm just sorry. But that really didn't, I mean, the White Lives Matter, to be honest, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. The whole White Lives Matter thing, it was very much, I'm not surprised. I'm not saying I wasn't mad or I felt no type of way or whatever. I wasn't surprised. And it really didn't move me that much. But what did get me was what bothered me a little bit was the verbal attacks that he had against just several people, including the Vogue writer Gabriella Johnson, where he made like a series of posts talking about her and like, saying, how could you ever come for my fashion? Look what you got on. Like it's given it's he was trying to read, he was trying to give tea and shade. Like, girl, look what you got on. I'm fashion. I'm fat. Like, girl, you slapped your name on it. Let's be very clear. You are a Trump Jr. To be honest, I mean, you more of a Trump Jr. than his actual kid. To be honest, you don't make movements in fashion like you think that you are. Okay, it's your name. If it wasn't for your name, you wouldn't even. And we don't even have to get into that, right? I'll wait till we get to them bullet points. But it's one thing to devalue BLM, because that's clearly what this was, because he then said, oh, Black Lives Matter is a scam, and we'll get into that. But it's another thing to like the cyberbullying, like the way that you came after this woman, and now after the Tucker Carlson interview, which we'll get into, like I'm really starting to believe, like, well, why did you really come for her as hard as you did? Because you ain't talking about nobody else that had a lot of people gave you criticism, and it was dead silence for a minute, but you was coming for Gabriella. It's starting to look like a pattern, and it's giving what it's about to give. Now, I think when it comes to the whole conversation of BLM and his whole narrative of saying that, oh, BLM is a scam, and I did this to make a paradigm shift to, whatever the hell that, this is his words, using the word paradigm shift, whatever that means, child. To try to shift the narrative or devalue BLM and show them who they truly are, which is a scam or whatever, this and the third. And the whole conversation with BLM really kind of bothers me. And I've had many conversations with people about this, saying that, okay, yeah, some of them, all right, them damn CEOs, they was getting mansions and cars and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like they definitely could have been more open and honest about how they're delegating the funds when it comes to the BLM organizations and stuff like that. However, like, you can't to come for the entire organization as a whole. There's always going to be a difference between the people that are doing this because they believe in Black Lives Matter and police brutality and stuff like that. And then there's going to be people that's going to eat off of it. Now, am I trying to sit there and say that the CEOs are kind of are shady? I don't know. It's looking very much weird on that end. I think that we need to, get some new faces up in there, because I will agree with that. But to have a response like that, like you could have went another route. You didn't have to do the whole White Lives Matter. Like, what was you trying to say? And it didn't do nothing that you thought it was going to do. What it did was empower a lot of these conservatives and white people that are racist, to be like, oh, see, white lives do matter, because look, Kanye West had a shirt that says White Lives Matter, and Candace Owens, two black people. No. It's, and the fact that he got on Tucker Carlson's show, child. The fact that he got on that damn show, because I was watching the highlights of it last night, and I made a couple TikTok videos. Now, I made the one here on YouTube, but I definitely implore you to follow me on TikTok, Darren Green TikTok, to watch I think I did like a 3-minute video like talking about the whole thing in its entirety. And I'm just like, what was the reason of being on this damn show? Like, really, what it? And I'm not even too much asking Kanye. I'm more like, what was the reason for Tucker Carlson? Like, cause you can tell Tucker was like sitting in here like, this motherfucker dumb as hell. Like, the stuff that he was saying, like he was just making up stuff literally making up stuff as he goes along. And nothing was getting said. He wasn't saying anything else that he usually wasn't saying. He was basically just dog whistling everything that Candace Owens and her little band of conservatives say all the time. Like, it's just like, it's given very much they're the puppet master and he's the puppet, like in this sense. And I want to circle back on what forgot that man's name, but it's the dude that was on that called him out on TMZ years ago. His name is something Vaughn something. And I remember he was on a podcast. He recently was talking about how, like, I feel that I hope that, you know, Kanye West is the reason why he's doing this is because, oh, you know, he really believes in the stuff that he's saying, because then we could just pay it off as, oh, he's just dumb. But if he's really like seriously doing this to antagonize black people, because this is what it looks like. This is what it boils down to. You know, you're trying to get some type of attention from whatever you're trying to do. I guess in this case, it was your little fashion show for your Yeezys, whatever. And hey, how you doing? And it just, you wanted to antagonize black folk to get them talking so that it can create some type. But like, this is the stuff Kanye West does this every, like, I feel like he does this like every year or every couple months. There's always something that he got going on, and he does something because he knows the black people will be like, we're not getting behind this, and calling him out and stuff like that. But then something happens where he either comes out with the content that he's coming out with, and everybody just forgets and be like, oh, let me get, like, when the whole, I think there was something that happened when the whole Donda album was coming out. Like he was being like real irate, and then people was like holding him accountable. Album came out, it was like, okay, well, you know, we busted Donda, I guess. Like, and I'm pretty sure after this, it's gonna be people, ain't nobody gonna be wearing that White Lives Matter child, but people gonna be rocking them. They're gonna be rocking the shoes or whatever the hell else he's selling over there. I'm just like, I can't. Trump hung ass moon boost. Girl, what what's going on? Hold on, let me see what that, oh child, what anyway, so like I said before, just to piggyback on what I said, I love how Donda sucked. You think so? I think it was all right. I think it was, and that's a whole nother conversation. I think Donda, it had some songs on there that I listened to, and it like, well, I guess it does suck because I only listened to 2 songs on that shit. But you know, like, but you get what I'm saying though, right? Like, it's like every time he got something, he want to piss people off, he pissed them asses off, and then people get mad at it, and then he comes out with whatever content, whether it be clothes, music, or whatever, and then everybody just forgets and be like, okay, let me get the new Yeezys. You get what I'm saying? And it's so weird, and I love how now people in, I wouldn't say in his camp or in whoever he's in communities with, you know, friends, whatever, associates, like, are really starting to hold him accountable. And because he re-trolls us often. He does. And it's all trolling, but it makes you think, like, you know, he's really not he's, you know, like the dude from TMZ said, like, I think that if he's doing that just to troll and just to antagonize black people, that he's evil. Like, he's not a good person. And the whole situation with the whole Kardashian, and he contradicts himself too, because he'll sit there and argue literally the same events, the same turn of events. He's arguing with Khloe and Kim and talking about how, oh, you tried to hiding my kids from me, and you doing this, that, and the third. Y'all want to do this to black men. Y'all want to put the black man down, but then you go around with the White Lives Matter shit. Like, it's not like, who are you trying to get somebody to rally with you? Like, clearly it's not. Girl, I don't know. He's a very confusing person. I wish he would enjoy his vanilla ice cream. Girl, quickly. Child, look. But what else I have on here? Because I'm getting to my bullet points now. And some people also called him out for the whole Virgil comments, because I think he said something about he felt like somebody killed Virgil or whatever. Mind you, Virgil, I believe the fashion designer, he died of cancer, but he was using his name into some type of some victim campaign that he was doing, and people was calling him out on that, saying that you literally talk shit about him when he was alive. Like, you said stuff about his fashions, like, you like, and my thing is, this is somebody that does it in real life. You get what I'm saying? You're not just some famous rapper that just slapped your name on something, or you just put pieces together and just said this is art. And that's why I was saying, like, people was in my YouTube comments talking about, like, oh my God, like, y'all know nothing about fashion. Like, Kanye West made $1 billion. You can't say nothing. He made $1 billion because his name. He didn't make it because of no fashion. Let's be clear. The shit that he wearing, I ain't gonna lie. I got some Yeezys. I got the Yeezys. I ain't gonna lie. Them shits is the only shits that I got from Kanye. And let me tell you something. I didn't get it off the shelves, honey. I got it somewhere else. But that's the only thing. Other than that, his fashion is okay. Like, it's mid. Like, and I don't mean that in the sense of being a hater or anything like that, because I think Kanye West is very talented, especially when it comes to music. Music, I can't say shit about his music. I can't say shit about his music. I cannot. He does a good job. He need to stay there. And I don't want to sound like shut up and dribble, but like you got like certain topics you just cannot tackle because you don't have the range. And this is the example here with that White Lives Matter shit. Now his interview with Tucker Carlson, I have issues with a couple of things. And I know I already kind of talked about it a little bit with the whole Lizzo situation, and I feel like the Lizzo comments, I think was in a way, because people are and people is in my comments talking about well, he's not technically wrong, like, you know, being overweight is clinically unhealthy, in which I will say yes, I definitely feel that being overweight clinically, you know, this is what a doctor would tell you. They said that that's not healthy, and to choose better eating habits and working out and exercising and stuff like that. But to sit there and shame, and when I say he didn't shame Lizzo, because a lot of people was just being like, oh, he didn't shame her. No, he didn't say, oh, she's a fat, like it was the usual shit like that you would say to a big person. He literally said, oh, well, the media, if Lizzo, the part where he was like, if Lizzo was to lose 10 pounds, the media will create bots to drag her, because the media wants people to be big and they want people to like be overweight because it's in. But when we got to the part where he was like believing that if being big is fashion or vogue or not, and then he said which is not, like just trying to sit there and say that, the way he came off when he said that, it just gave the whole thing like, oh, Lizzo has the audacity of being like a big person and you know what I'm saying, like how dare she has this fame and fortune and whatever, you know, this platform that she has as a big person, like as if to say like there needs to not be that. And I think when it comes to Lizzo, and I said this on my TikTok, I don't think her being big is a political move. I think her being big is just because she's just a singer who happens to be big. And we only do this to our people because nobody said shit about Adele. That woman was big for a long time. She lost weight, and that's good. You know, I'm happy for her. That's what she wants to do, and that's how, you know, she wants to present herself into the world. But nobody ever said shit about Adele though. But everybody has stuff to say about Lizzo, and Lizzo is one of the most unprovoking people you will ever. For him to sit there and just bring her up for no reason, it literally no reason. I don't know. I think somebody was in his ear. I really think that because I think before this interview, I remember Candace Owens was saying something about, oh, I wish Lizzo would have came out in support and wore the White Lives Matter to spread awareness of obesity. Like, I really feel like Candace Owens is like in his, or somebody else conservative is in his ear telling him to say shit, because it's just like, bro, what are you talking about? And then we sit here, you talk about Kim Kardashian again, talking about how the media wants her to show her ass and do all this other stuff because, you know, she's being controlled, and I'm just like, girl, you know, this is gonna be the never-ending story. And I think in the future, in the foreseeable future, when it comes to Kanye, we gotta start ignoring his ass. Like, and I know that sounds like hypocritical for me because I'm talking about it, but it's just like, in the future, like, people need to stop making it a big thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, the way that this story, like the way, I mean, and it's kind of hard because we're in the social media thing now where everyone is posting online and we got blogs posting about it to you know, he's a saboteur. Yeah, I mean, he definitely is a saboteur. He's basically, because he apparently he's losing a lot of stuff. Let's be clear. That's another thing too, because I know Adidas, they're reviewing his partnership. There's some other brands and businesses that he's with that's trying to like that are thinking about parting ways with him because of the whole White Lives Matter thing. Like, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And he thinks that his little conservative friends that he has is going to help him out or whatever. Like, they're going to leave you high and dry. And then he'll be coming for them. And that's the thing. I think Kanye just needs the help that he needs, and I'm not going to invalidate him, having mental health issues and stuff like that. But at some point, we have got to put that aside and hold him accountable, which I'm seeing a lot of people do now. The regular people have been doing it, but it's people that's close to him needs to start doing it, because I think him and Diddy, they had some words. I'm hearing that they beefing now, child. I'm hearing he bringing up stuff about Drake. He over here talking about ASAP Rocky, saying that he cheated. Like, he is spiraling. He's literally spiraling before our very eyes, and everyone is just like giving him a platform. They continue to give him a fucking platform. Like Tucker Carlson is probably gonna be somebody else. Like, anyway, I'm talking in circles with this situation. I'm done. I ain't gonna be talking about Kanye West for a long time. I'm gonna tell you that much, because he is draining. This person is a draining ass celebrity to cover, because it's so many angles and it's just so many things that he just says that just Anyway, I'm gonna change the subject, but tell me what y'all think about it in the comments, of course. Now, one other topic I want to talk about with these rap girlies. Hold on, what's somebody saying? Hold on. His mental health issues ain't covered for this. Why can't he just enjoy his white woman in peace? He ain't with that. He ain't with her no more. They got divorced. He burns bridges with everywhere, but folks still can call him a genius. It is. I think it is. And the fact that, like, there was a couple people in my comments talking about, like, how, like, oh my God, Kanye West, he's a genius. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't have the mindset. And I'm like, I'm literally talking to these people, like, and I'm being nice as can be, right? Whatever. Explain to me. If that's true, if I'm not getting it, I don't comprehend it, I don't have the mental capacity to get what he's saying, please explain. Give me an explanation. Oh no, you just don't want to hear it, and you just no, y'all don't know what the fuck he talking about, like, and y'all trying to act like it's some higher and subliminal message that he's trying to pull out. He's just literally making shit up as he goes along, and y'all are eating it up. But we want to call us sheep and hive mind for being like, y'all just turning y'all back. I'm like, yeah, because he's not making no damn sense. He stopped making sense. Whew, child, it was a while ago. I think the last award show, 2013 or some shit. Like, he stopped making sense a long time ago. Now we understand, we just tired of it. Got you, exactly. The Fox comment section is congratulating him for his bravery. Fox is gonna lose their credibility. They are going to lose their credibility, and I'm telling you, that channel is gonna go off the air. It's gonna be on like freaking 4chan or some type of service or some type of like website. Fox, child. It's crazy how Fox is still but they got other shows. Like, they got the Sherry Show. They got like other stuff going on. And 21st Century Fox is like, I think they're associated with that. But like, the Fox News, that shit gotta go. I'm sorry. A bravery, more like stupidity. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on off of Kanye. But yeah, I want to talk about the rap girlies. Like, oh my God. So, yeah, right. I think, what else was going on? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, Cardi versus these girls. Now let's get into it, y'all. So, what's happening? What happened this week? What went wrong? Somebody please tell me what went wrong. So, I mean, I guess we could start with the whole Cardi versus JT thing, I guess, because she was on Twitter and everybody, making their, like, I don't know. She was making some tweets or whatever, and I guess they're still talking about this whole Queen Mix situation. And people were saying, well, no, not the Queen Mix, Cardi working with Glorilla, and people saying that, oh, see, Glorilla didn't have to meet ride like JT, Akbar, and them and stuff like that. Like, fans coming for them. JT responding, Cardi responding, and then they get into it this week. And I just find it so crazy how when we look at both of these situations, to the whole, Malibu Mitch situation, like, it's It's weird. It's weird how Cardi is like the common denominator, and nobody is noticing that. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like this whole week, you get what I'm saying? She was just saying all types of tweets. She was going out to the hood to fight Malibu Mitch. And my thing is this: look, Malibu Mitch ain't no damn angel. She literally came for Cardi for no reason. I ain't gonna lie. It's just weird. Like, this whole week was just crazy. But I'm trying to see that comment. Hold on, because it went away so fast. Hey D, how you doing? We got to get into it. But everybody want to call Nicki bitter, and that's what I'm saying. Though that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to sit there and call Nicki bitter, but like we're literally watching Cardi go to actual locations like she's gonna fight somebody just because some Twitter shit. And we got kids and y'all got kids at home. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Honestly, truly, it's getting real weird. It's getting real weird. But hey, extra smoke. Not y'all in here talking to my comment, the little comment section. But no, I don't know. I think that I don't know what's gonna give with these girls. I already said they need to get in the damn studio and freaking write some diss tracks. Like at this point, like y'all do it all. And I think we're probably beyond this at this point, because it seemed like none of these girls really want to get in the studio at this point. The new girlies don't want to get in the studio, and you got some shit to say, just put it or put it in the studio. Okay, put it in the music. Y'all over here trying to fight and going back and forth. I'm hearing Akbar V, she's still going at it with Cardi child. Now Cardi been silent though, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cardi been very silent. Why? Because this whole situation with Quavo, now that's another topic, right? That's a whole nother topic. Cardi ain't got nothing else but this clout chasing activity, because she ain't a real MC. She gotta wait for somebody else to write. Child, now she gotta wait for somebody else to write the response. She better call Party, child. She better call Party. Look. And they got the nerve also too with that too. Like, had the nerve when she was arguing with JT, talk about something. Oh yeah, well yo people try to get me with y'all writer. I'm like, now we admitting that you ain't got no writer. Like it's very embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Like, and then this whole situation with the damn Migos, or the remnants of Migos, child, because they done X'd out Offset or whatnot. Like what was going on with that? So I'm hearing that there's a song today that Quavo and Takeoff done came out with, saying that my dog effed one of the people I was with. Well, I don't know the lines bar for bar, but basically it was like you my boy, and you slept with one of my peoples, and behind his back or whatever, right? Now a lot of people were saying that he was talking about Offset and Sweetie, which confirmed with the hairdresser, because if y'all remember some months ago, the hairdresser that was going back and forth on Twitter with Cardi, he basically said the same thing, like Offset slept with Sweetie. And like, it's crazy. Cardi ain't got nothing. Oh, happy Friday, Miss Bay Thang. Nicki been warning about these fake industry bras, but nobody wanted to hear it. Nobody wanted to hear it. Exactly. Cardi done broke up with Migos. So, she need to leave her. She need to leave him, because I mean, it's like literally every other month, like he be making her look dumb as hell. Like, now it's confirmed that damn near Offset done had some stuff going on with Sweet. Child. You said so gang ain't even gang no. No, apparently not. They broke up, because I think Takeoff and Quavo they on their own stuff. They on their own, Jim. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, I'll digress off that, child. We gonna move on. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. It's really not much. I mean, when it comes to that, they came up with the song. They had some type of buzz off of it, I guess. It's funny because somebody said on my TikTok, it was like, Like they literally got the buzz that the baby wanted when he sat there and was talking about Meg, like saying that he slept with Meg out of freaking nowhere. Like, okay. Anyway, that's just this is where we are. But I wanted my last topic. I wanted to get in. I want to talk about Beyonce, child. Child, what was going on? Facts, Cardi. Know whose husband is. If she gonna stay accepted, why? You think she broke up their group? I don't know. I don't know if she did that now. Now, hold on. I think that group was a ticking time bomb. Like Quavo been wanted to be a solo artist, and I think like they all kind of wanted to be their own solo artist or whatever. So when Quavo left, I think that's when things kind of like, okay, well, shit, we just gonna be doing our shit on our own. And then I guess the Sweetie situation happened. I think it happened because I won't put it on Cardi, I should say, because if he did sleep with Sweetie or whatever, and Quavo found out about it, like he broke up the group. Offset. And it was an interview where somebody close to the group said that it was over. They said it was over a girl. So yeah, I think look, I wouldn't put it on Cardi. But what you say? Absolutely, she's messy as hell, loud, arrogant, inserts herself into mess. Wait, who y'all talking about? Y'all still talking about Cardi? Yeah. Look, I mean, she is. Who's Milio's? Child, what is going on in the comment section? Am I? What's going on, child? Anyway, let's move on. I wanted to. Oh, Migos. I was like, what's Milo? And you never heard of a song from Migos? Girl, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of songs. I mean, look, here. Look, I'm about to change the subject. Now, Beyonce, child, this group, child, this 90s music duo, Right Said Fred is calling out Beyonce for allegedly sampling on one of their songs without permission. Now, if you guys don't know, that's the like I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt. So that bullshit, I hated that song. That song was so cringy, by the way. But Beyonce made it so good because I love, and it's crazy because I love Alien Superstar and it sounds kind of just like that. But they were kind of upset and they called Beyonce arrogant because, you know, I guess she went through the proper channels to get the sample, like she paid it, but I guess she didn't go to the group to physically talk with them. And like one of them made a quote saying like normally the artist approaches us, but Beyonce didn't because she's such an arrogant person. She probably thought that she just had probably thought come and get me, so we heard about it after the fact, but like everyone else did. But they also said like Drake and Taylor came to them, and just like examples of other artists that came to them. And like this is kind of like another Khalees situation where your ass didn't own the song. Y'all don't own the copyrights to the damn music, unfortunately, because I know that's really bad and it's unfortunate for a lot of artists, but that's just business. You say, oh yeah, this mess with Beyonce. Yeah, we gotta talk about it. Cause I mean, I don't know. I mean, and then they started like towards the end of the interview, they were talking about like, oh well, you know, we gotta put the past behind us. We gotta let it go. And I'm just like, it didn't seem like you let it go because you brought it up. You know, you brought light to it, and it's just another like. Beyonce's another artist that is very unproblematic to a certain extent, like when it comes to like not being like in your face with a lot of things. Okay, yeah, maybe it would have been nice for her to physically speak to you guys, because that's just like, you know, that's your music. Technically it is your music, but you don't own the music. If you own the music, you'd be suing her, but you're not doing. They're right about there being like 22 writers getting credited on the song. Okay, so that was another conversation too, because they wanted to get writer credit. But then it turns into okay, well, you want to write a credit at it, then, I mean, rightfully so. I guess. But these songs these days seemingly change everything. Jay-Z's or everything. They just gonna have to pay. He did the same thing. He did the same. Child, what he do to Nas? Child, see, look, I don't. What he do to Nas, child? I never heard of that. I know they beefed, but I ain't think he took no music from him. But I mean, at the end, Beyonce gonna do what she gonna do. At the end of the day, like I said, it would be nice for her. It would have been, you know, in her best interest. But it just didn't play out in the cards like that. And you know, they probably got paid. They just didn't. They just wanted the writer credit because Beyonce is such a big artist, and they want some type of relevancy that they don't really have anymore. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying. But yeah. But that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. You know, see y'all next time. We was here for like a good 40 minutes. That's good. That's good. All right, y'all.